welcome everyone to our outdoor studio here in the Mount Shasta City Park. This is Siskiyou News and Views with Sydney Summers. And today we're here talking to representatives of the Mount Shasta Rotary about the upcoming Blackberry Festival happening this weekend, this Labor Day weekend. So next to me here is Doug. Doug, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
And what is your position with the organization?
I'm this year's president.
This year's president, okay. And as far as organizing the event here, you keep the crew?
No. My job is complete support. It's whatever Merle wants me to do.
It's all.
Merle is the guy that's in charge of the Blackberry Festival. Okay. He's the one that gets it together. Yeah, Mike supports that. He's the guy that runs the
part. Okay, well let's go around and say who does what for this gig. So Merle organizes everything, and this is Merle Anderson. And your official title with the Rotary?
Well, I don't know. Do we have official titles? But I'm the coordinator of the Blackberry Festival.
Okay.
What about the foundation?
I'm the president of our club foundation too, which is a 501c3.
Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Mike Rodriguez. I manage the rec district, and this is our 31st annual event here at the city park. We're excited to have it again. It's our last big community event of the year here in Mount Shasta. So we're looking forward to having another successful event.
All right, 31 years. That's fantastic. And over here to my left,
Alisa Johnson, and I'm president-elect of Rotary and co-chair of the Castle Craig Century. And in terms of the Blackberry Festival, I get to serve alcohol.
She's a beer booth babe, right?
I am. That's the best job.
And I'm Patrick Titus. I'm with Rotary as far as my title, I guess you would say. I'm the advisor for our Interact program, which is the youth program at the high school. And I help coordinate the youth that comes here and helps us out at the Blackberry Festival.
All right. Well, I have heard of Interact. That's a wonderful program for the youth.
Yeah, it's great. We're a strong club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a bit about the Blackberry Festival, and then we're going to talk a lot about what Rotary does in the community. Okay. So that would be down for you, right, Merle? We're going to talk about who do we have in the lineup this year for music?
Well, we have the Daddy Bears, which is they do Grateful Dead covers. They're going to open the act at noon. We have 3 bands.
Okay.
So they're on first, and then Secret Society Handshake. Sometimes Secret Society Handshake? Yeah, sometimes you get their names
Society,
kind of...
right? Secret Handshake Society.
That's going to be a lot of fun because it's a big band and we're going to fill this gazebo here, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then the closing act is Blue Relish.
Okay.
So they'll come on at 4 o'clock. The festival goes from noon to 6 o'clock.
On to get better, right?
Yeah.
Now, in between, we have all kinds of stuff happening over here. We have Blackberry everything, don't we?
Yeah, it's a 5-ring circus. We have we'll have 2 big tents over there serving food. We're working with Mount Shasta Supermarket as far as the food. That's pulled pork and teriyaki chicken, and so we have quite that's a whole assembly line in its own right. And we'll have pies and ice cream, of course. We'll have a beer booth. We'll have games out here with children.
We have like sack races and 3-legged races.
Watermelon. Well, maybe we don't do the watermelon eating anymore. I think that got too dangerous. We had a few choking incidences, and I think we but there's balloon tosses and
water balloon tosses.
Okay.
Things throughout the day. It's an amazing event.
Fun family.
Family things going on all the day throughout the day. I should, before I forget, remind us that this is part of Scott Valley Bank's Summer Concerts in the Park series, and so they're a co-sponsor with us. And we're also this year really acknowledging the park and the district, the recreation district, for making this facility available to us. The day before, on Saturday, the festival is on Sunday. But on Saturday, we basically take over the upper lodge. We're going to bake over
stage everything up there.
Well, we start making 350 pies.
Blackberry pies.
We bake the pies. Volunteers start at 5:30 in the morning, and we start baking pies. And then on Sunday morning, we'll bring them down here to the pie booth.
And we also have Blackberry wine.
Oh, we'll have some Blackberry wine, I believe. I haven't seen the final list, but we usually try to get some for some wine coolers.
And you don't generally have collectors' glasses and stuff for the
No, we don't do
anymore?
We don't do that. That's more of a brewfest type of thing. But,
Okay.
No, it's a lot of things. Pat and Lynn Teuscher do a great job of helping us get Interact students and other high school students to make the event possible. Rotary is a big, strong club, but we need a lot of extra help to make this successful, and we really appreciate the help of the Interact Club and the other high school students.
Wonderful. Wow, everything happening all different levels to pull this off.
Yes.
Speaking of which, here in the park, are there any special rules or anything that we want to remind people about for the event?
Yeah, besides be safe and have a great time, we have definitely had to adjust our ordinance regarding dogs.
Okay, so
no dogs will be invited to the event.
Okay.
Just because we had issues in the past of loose dogs, and it's a huge crowd. So it's more of a safety issue. So please remember, do not bring your dogs on the center.
Right. We know that everybody likes to have their four-paw family members with them. However, this event is not going to, for various reasons that have happened in the past, just think it's better for them to be left at home, especially when we're talking about large crowds and extreme heat and stuff like that. And we want to, tell people in advance. I mean, it actually has been an issue here. We have 2 weeks ago there was 2 dogs in 1 week that died in cars here in Shasta. Yes. And so we do want people, we want to remind you, please do leave your pets at home. If you show up with your pets, you will not be allowed to let them in. So please be mindful of that and make sure that they are well cared for in their safe space at home.
Well done. Well
Okay,
done.
And, okay, so Doug, your turn. We're going around the circle here.
My name's Doug Carter. I'm the president of the club this year, and my job basically is to run some.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do the day of?
The day of the festival, it's kind of unusual because normally I serve pie and ice cream. But because I am the president, I'm one of 3 people that are assigned to the program.
Oh.
Just make sure security's okay, make sure people are all right.
I like that job. That seems like a that doesn't seem like a very hard job, Doug.
Cindy, come back on Sunday. We will find something for you to do. Trust me, we have things for you to do.
Yeah, I'm on
you can be a dog patrol.
Yes, yes. And I can help the schmooze dudes wander.
Schmooze dudes.
All right. So we're going to move to our left.
We're the security.
Okay, all right.
So as I said, I am Alisa Johnson and just responsible for serving up the fun at the festival. We're going to have, I think we do, like you said, Blackberry wine coolers. We mix Blackberry wine with Sprite or something like that. And then I think we have, is it Etna Brewery?
Yep.
Blackberry Blonde, and then maybe another one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen the final list.
Okay.
So but at least Blackberry Blonde.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
We know that's going to be there.
Yeah. So that's a fun job. That's my main job.
So you're looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Merle's down there probably going, I'm going to be so glad when Monday rolls around. He's like,
all the profits are going to be drank by the servers. Just kidding, Merle.
all right.
My job is to actually start Saturday. So on Saturday we get a group of Interact kids that help make the pies.
And then you test them?
No, we try not to. We all have gloves on. Very
safe.
Very sanitary. But actually last year I think we had six or 8 kids helping make pies. They were here at 6 in the morning, stayed till 10. So we'll probably have the same amount this year. They'll be here making pies on Saturday, and then a different group of kids, or some of the same kids, will come on the day of the festival, and they help with the kids' games. They help with food service. Any way they can help, they'll help out. So we'll have, from Saturday to Sunday, we'll have anywhere to 15 to 20 of our Interact students here helping out at the festival.
Wonderful. And that's all part of what they do in the program. We'll get to that later, right?
Yeah, it's part of it's kind
they
of
get credit for that.
Yeah, they get it's 2 big events that they really work, which is the Castle Craig Century, the bike ride, and then the Blackberry Festival, and they do get community service hours that they get through school and stuff like that.
Okay, wonderful. So we'll get back to that, right? So that's what's going on with everybody for this coming weekend. So let's talk about what everybody does individually for Rotary, okay? So Merle, I guess you're the foundation. You have a...
Yes, our club had set up about 12 years ago a 501c3 nonprofit wing, so we can receive grants and donations that are appropriate for a 501c organization. And so when our club wants to fund projects through the foundation, we have that set up so we can do that, whether it's water projects in Africa or other park. In fact, we have some people down working on the trail today. We've been working on trail systems that connect down towards Kingston Road. And Rotary has invested quite a bit of money in helping to do those projects. Just a number of things, helping to support senior nutrition, Shasta Disabled Sports, the foundation. The club does it, but it's done through the foundation.
Now, are these some of these things on the list here? that
These
you
are
got
some
here?
of the things that are on the list.
Okay. We'll get to who does what with the list here in a second, right? Because it's such a long list of what they support in the community, and I had no idea even the trail stuff was happening through the Rotary. So this is a wonderful opportunity for everybody to learn a
Well,
little more.
we're in partnership with the Mount Shasta Trail Association and the Siskiyou Land Trust and a number of organizations. We're really happy to partner in the Park District. It's a great partnership.
Great team effort.
Great team effort. All right.
And you shouldn't be surprised that, some of the things that are there, there are many people in the community that actually know what we do.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens under the surface.
So can I go through some of this list here, what you have?
Some of
Okay,
the
so
list.
local, the following things is a list of the 2015 Rotary Club of Mount Shasta, their projects. Local education and with youth, they do 2 college scholarships at $2,000 each. The Mount Shasta Student of the Month program, they're a sponsor and a supporter of that, and they're also the sponsor and supporter of the Interact High School program at Mount Shasta. We have also Mount Shasta Elementary School Reading Tutor Program. We have the annual Mount Shasta and McLeod 3rd grade dictionary giveaway project. The Camp Royal sponsors 2 students. Now, what's Camp Royal?
Camp Royal is not Interact specific. It's any high school student. They apply for a camp, but it's a leadership camp for juniors that are at the high school. And it happens over near High and Palm, West Trinity, every summer. And the kids they get to go for free. It's a 1-week program. It's really fantastic. They come back changed youth, because both my girls went through it and it changed them. And I watch these kids come back from the camp every year, and I get a text from them, "I'm different. It was fantastic. I can't believe it." So
From a teenager.
Yeah, from a teenager. I mean, I always tell Doug and these guys, "Hey, you got to see this text I just got from these guys." And it's really, truly amazing camp that we sponsor, and it's really great.
That's wonderful. Okay, so there's also Camp Venture. What happens there, or where is that?
So Camp Royal is more of a leadership camp, and Camp Venture is more of a young entrepreneurs camp, which happens down in the Bay Area, and it does have some leadership components to it, but it mainly works on if people are really interested in business as they get older, and gives them some skills to really accomplish that when they get out of high school.
And some mentoring and stuff is what they do?
And they get some leadership along the way too.
Don't they develop a business plan?
They do. They get a whole business plan. They come up with. Some of them are pretty ingenious. They were not supposed to get outside food on one of the ones last time, and some kids got some outside pizza and then were selling it for $5 a slice. So they were
entrepreneurial
doing,
spirit.
they were doing really well.
Those are our guys.
Those were our guys. They were our guys.
Okay. Children's bike helmets. So how do they at the Family Resource Center? They can go down. You guys provide those.
That's a project that we funded a couple of years ago, and it might come around again. But yes, we wanted to help make sure that bike helmets were available to people that were in need of the helmets.
Okay. And the Reading Center at the Mount Shasta Family Resource Center. So how's that been developed? What do we do there?
I think the only thing that I know is from the reading side is our Interact students, back when this is from 2015-16, we were sending students down to help kids at some of the other the small schools, elementary school, do some reading projects. And we didn't do it last year, but for 2 years in a row we did do that with the Interact students. But the Interact students did go down last year, and they help in some of the art classes with some of the young kids and stuff. They've done that every year.
Okay.
So it's kind of a partnership between the high school and the elementary school and the middle school. They come down and mentor other kids.
There were a few of us too that did that tutored 3rd graders at the elementary school last year, once a week. We just go. I know I had a young man in 3rd grade, and I spent 30 minutes a week with him, and we read. I read to him, he read to me, and then we talked about what we read. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. And so that's just a few of the things you're doing with youth and education. So local community development, we've got the Mount Shasta City Trail you were just talking about, right? The Friends of Mount Shasta Ice Skating Rink. Yeah. We're always looking for help and support there, huh, Mike? Let's talk about that a bit.
The clubs in Merle real supportive of the ice rink. They sponsor, I think, 1 or 2 skate nights for youth.
Uh-huh.
And that's great. They just take care of the bill and they invite all the high school students, a lot of middle students to come to this ice rink.
Uh-huh.
And that's a good way to get them out and have a good time.
Yeah, and pack the rink for a night,
Oh,
couple
yeah.
nights, right?
They can do that.
Okay. And that's a cheap skate night, I think
Yeah.
you're talking to. So you guys work with the Weed Rotary on the Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah, we contributed to
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
And then Mount Shasta Senior Nutrition Program?
They've been doing this for quite a few years. Yeah, they help us continue with our program.
Uh-huh.
And with some of our costs that we're able to get from major funding sources. So the club has been very fortunate to support that.
Yeah, there's kind of a little sticky wicket in there about getting funding for those programs,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, I remember talking to Don about that at one point, yeah. And so the entrance or the gatekeepers at the Mount Shasta 4th of July fireworks celebration, what's that? Can somebody tell me what that is?
Yeah, we just man the gate for the 4th of July.
Yeah?
I think we charge $2 in the man.
Oh, I get it, okay.
So we just man the gate, and all the proceeds go to the 4th of July fireworks.
Oh, it goes right back into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just our way of, contributing. Yeah.
Okay. Sponsor of the Mount Shasta Blackberry Festival and also Montague Balloon Festival sponsor. So you guys are working with them now on that project?
We get various requests from different clubs in Northern California. We've supported a variety of projects, the library in Bernie, other projects that Rotary clubs take on, and so it's a way of clubs partnering with other clubs in the area, and we've contributed in the past to the balloon festival.
Okay. And also internationally, right? Internationally, they do Save the Rain. What's the Save the Rain program?
Save the Rain program is a program that actually started here. We're the #1 club. We don't know how many clubs are also involved. It's a water catchment system in Tanzania, and in the last, well, how long has it been?
That we started this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been raining.
8 years, unless I'm mistaken. The count is Save the Rain has provided clean water to something like 126,000 people.
That just gives me chills.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's one of the
And it's grown. It started out with a few community projects, and then it's just grown and grown. Our club has kind of been leading the effort with a lot of other clubs, but the district, we're a club in a bigger Rotary district.
Right.
And so that district's got involved, and there's ways that Rotary has of multiplying local donations, kind of like we're matching
yeah,
funds
okay.
or seed funds, and then they build upon that. So sometimes local donations can quadruple when the district and Rotary International contributes funds, and Save the Rain, of course, contributes a lot of funding to it too, as well as the leadership that they provide in Tanzania with the locals there. So it's just been a very successful, sustainable type of project to give them clean water.
Has anybody here made the trip there?
We haven't. Donna Boyd is our current representative, and I believe she is going soon to monitor the projects we have. Linda Strimmel has gone before, so we have had people go.
It would be interesting to get somebody back to talk about that, what the experience is over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Okay, also the International Student Exchange Program, what happens there?
It's normally we support one person going out and one person coming back.
Okay. Do you pick the locations? Do you say like, okay, I think
We don't
Belgium,
get to pick.
throw a dart or something at the map?
No.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know where they're going to go.
They don't know where they're going to
Well,
go?
they're going to know a year ahead because they got to learn the language. So they know about a year ahead.
So they just sign up randomly and they know they're going to go somewhere in the world? How
I
exciting!
think that's it.
How exciting!
So we have a student in Belgium.
Oh, I was right. That was a
This
good
year.
pick.
That was a good thing.
Of any country on the planet, I'm feeling a little psychic right now.
You know that happens.
I think it's sitting next to you. It just kind of vibrated
Cindy, you
right
just-
through me.
Thank you so much.
Telepathically.
All right. And let's talk about the polio program.
Oh,
Well, that's always been our main emphasis to solve the polio problem
International.
internationally. And I think we've done that.
It's very close.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing Rotary project, working again with other organizations to try to eliminate polio, just eliminate. And every time we think we're almost there, it'll pop up in some area where it's hard to send people, healthcare workers in to give the doses that are necessary, the immunization. So so some of the countries in Africa and certain areas. But Rotary, it's kind of been a quiet project. We don't have a lot of publicity for what we do. But Rotary, and then recently the Bill Gates Foundation has joined on as a major partner. So it's been quite an effort that Rotary has led with the United Nations and other partners.
Pakistan and Afghanistan.
In those countries, primarily right now, is targeting.
There's a challenge. We're not exactly welcome in a lot of outlying areas. There is some resistance to vaccinations because there's a fear of what it can do to damage a young person. And so it's
Education
a little bit of
and
a cultural clash.
Real close.
It's really great though, because even the youth programs get behind the polio project. The Interact Club last year raised $500 to donate to Polio Plus, which is the program. But that money was partnered with other Interact Clubs, and just from our district alone, they raised $18,000, which goes for vaccinations and people to go there and have their vaccinations.
that's a lot of money.
So it's out there in every part of Rotary. It is really a core. It's a core element of Rotary.
For sure, definitely one of our main focuses.
And medical assistance to the needy in Turkey.
I don't know anything about that.
I think that's one of those projects that other clubs had initiated,
That you
and
badged.
We just partner.
we partner with them. So we share the money. The Blackberry Festival is one of our two major fundraisers, and so that gives us the resources that we can use to either do projects locally or to help contribute to international projects.
Which other major fundraiser?
The Century Bike Ride.
Okay.
Alisa is the leader of that project.
Right. And so.
Right?
Yes, let's talk about it. Okay, we're coming to you now. Is that okay, Doug?
Yeah.
Unless we want to talk about
no,
You can have the floor.
aspirations to go districts. You got any aspirations to go?
No. No. Yeah, I figure that our club has 49 members plus 5, and every person that's involved is a leader. So you get that group of people together. That proverbial herding cats is not even close to describing what it's like to keep all these personalities going forward. So, no,
Okay. Happy to serve here locally.
I'm very happy to serve.
So as president-elect, you're kind of scaring me.
Well, just for the record,
Yeah, be scared.
Merle,
Be very
Good thing you're already committed to
Merle and I are also past presidents.
Oh, so okay. You're the only one who hasn't
Oh yeah.
He's
taken the
next.
torch yet.
He's-
Oh, what?
he's next. He's
Oh,
on
he's
the
after
Hey,
her.
I'm looking for.
He's on the list.
President-elect. There you go.
I really like hanging out with the youth. That's a really good thing.
Well, it's part of Rotary that every year you have a new president.
Right.
And except for very small clubs where you have to kind of recycle some of the old presidents, it's pretty standard in clubs that the older members have served a year as president, and we try to encourage the younger new members to become presidents because we need a new one every year.
Okay. So you're next up with that, right? When does that start for you?
July of next year.
Okay.
So Castle Creek Century. We started this event. This was our 5th year. It's an event that happens in June, and it's in partnership with Dignity Health Mercy Medical Center, Mount Shasta.
Okay.
But it's a century ride that goes to South County, goes through Castle Crags. And
That
then-
means 100 miles, by the
Yes,
way,
yes.
for
So there's-
those
I should-
unknowing bike people out there.
Oh my God, we have a bunch of different rides.
Right.
We have a century ride, which is 100 miles. We have 2 halves, which is
We do the
We have two of those. We have one that's a little more difficult in South County, and then one that's a little flat in North County. And then we have a half metric, which is about 35 miles. And then this was our second year of having a super century, which is 125 miles.
Right.
So
And that one they end by going up the mountain, right?
No, that would be Summit Century. This
Okay.
is a completely different
Oh,
ride.
different one. Okay.
Yeah, different ride. So it's one of our main fundraisers.
Okay.
We usually have between 250 and 300 riders coming from all over California and Oregon.
And when does it happen?
This year it happened on
In June 1st.
18th. It was
Middle
the
of
third.
June.
Yeah,
Okay.
June. It was the
Okay.
third weekend in June. It's always been Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
Next year that's changing. It's going to be the Saturday after Father's Day.
Oh, you think you'll get
So-
more people participating?
People get more people, and we had to deal with snow this year up on.
Oh yeah, because it did
So,
snow.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's a great ride. It's fully supported. We have great rest stops, great volunteers. It starts and ends here at the city park. We have live music for the riders when they finish. Great food, beer. We do jerseys, T-shirts, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So, and money from that goes. We split the proceeds with Mercy Medical Center Mount Shasta, and they use their funds to support their free auxiliary transportation program, which just provides transportation to and from medical appointments all over the county for people who don't have transportation. And
So-
they're Monday through Friday. They drive 20,000 miles a year and transport a lot of patients.
Well,
So, and it's completely free.
so people, the way that that's a fundraiser is people enter the race and a certain amount is set aside for the prize money and the rest all goes to the, how does that
I
work?
should be clear, it's
Yeah.
not a race.
Oh, I mean,
It's not
a ride.
It's, just, it's a ride.
Okay.
And yes, we.
It's like a walkathon in a way.
Kind of.
Meaning
We earn money through people's registrations. We also sell merchandise, but the main way we earn our money is through sponsorships.
Oh, okay.
So our main sponsors are Dignity Health, Cross Petroleum, and Chevron. Scott Valley Bank has been a great sponsor. Owens Pharmacy, Snow Creek Studios. So that's the main thing we think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay.
Anything else you want to know about the ride?
You're more than welcome, so.
Yeah.
We need some rest stop
Yeah.
volunteers.
I'll get out there on a unicycle. How's that?
Perfect.
Do you have to have two wheels? No, I'm kidding. Okay, so.
They're dressed up pretty good at the rest stops sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun, you know, I like that kind of stuff. And actually for the summit century, not for this one, a group of my friends and I all went to the base of the mountain where they first started the hardest incline and made a water station for them. And did that kind of stuff. So those kind of things I really like participating in. So I'm going to see how I can get involved in everything. I'm not up for joining, or don't give me a membership card yet or anything.
Not everybody is up to join.
Yes,
I get that.
yes, and it's okay. I appreciate what Rotary does. You know, I have no religious or political affiliations as well. I feel like it's a good way to bring people together. So that's all. It's just a thing. But I love you guys. I think Rotary is amazing.
Thank
You'll
you.
join
Okay.
us on Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let's get to Interact.
Interact's about 6 years old. The club didn't exist 6 years ago. They started the club here in Mount Shasta.
You mean in Rotary? That's all
No,
Interact.
Rotary as a whole had Interact for a long time.
Okay, okay.
But this high school here in Mount Shasta didn't have an Interact club. And it was started, and we belong to District 5160, which goes all the way down to the San Francisco Bay Area. So it's hard because you're way up here, and getting to programs and stuff, you got to get down to the Bay Area for the programs. But this club started out with 20, 25 kids the first year. We're consistently at 40 to 45 kids now in the club.
What?
The amount of projects they do, I always tell these guys, they always amaze me sometimes the stuff they do. But last year they did weed pulling here in the community when they did the basic weed pull that was based out of the city park here. They do trash pickup on a regular basis around the city. That's one of the mainstays projects you'll see in downtown, picking up trash on a Saturday afternoon or something. They've raised money for polio, like I said, and then 2 years ago they took on a special project. They raised money. It's called the Million Lights program, and they raised money for these solar lanterns, and they were to go to countries in Africa where they were using kerosene for their
light source.
which was one, very unhealthy, two, was very expensive.
Right.
So a lot of the kids couldn't do their homework or study at night. So they raised enough, they purchased 150 lights for that program by the money they raised, which is really awesome. They really got behind it. I couldn't tell you the amount of projects that come their way. They work with the schools. They work obviously with Rotary on other projects, but just a great group. And then once a year we go down to a big conference down in the Bay Area. It was in Berkeley last year that we brought like 10 kids down to. It was just fantastic exposure for them. So
What's the age range for kids in Interact?
it's all freshmen through seniors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have new officers every year. Their first meeting will be this Thursday at lunchtime at the high school. So
We encourage people to join.
Freshmen. Here's my little pitch. It's always Thursdays at lunch at the high school. So yeah, it's just a great program.
Well, Rotary's doing amazing things everywhere in the world and in this community. I want to thank all of you, really, seriously, not only for this wonderful event that we have coming up, but for all the amazing things that you're doing throughout the year here at every level, certainly locally and internationally. It's just amazing. So thank you for your service. Well, okay, we've come to kind of the tail end of the show. We always have a word of the week and a saying for the week. So the word of the week, I'm going to tell you what the word is. Let's see if you know. Let's see if you know what it means. Estival. Estival. Does anybody know what estival means?
Isn't he a classical guitar player?
Yeah.
Flamenco guitar player?
It is of, like, or pertaining to summer. So this is our end of estival celebration we're having, right? Estival.
All right.
And on Sunday.
Yeah, see? A festival, an estival festival.
That's cute.
Okay. And here is the positive saying of the day. Limitations live only in our minds, but if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. And that's by Jamie Palinetti.
Looks that way.
Yeah, he's a very famous American bike racer. Oh, yeah.
Great.
So we'll put that up for everybody to see. That's our saying for the week. And then the way we close the show, because we all care about our community, right? Is that we all get to wear party hats and sing happy birthday to anybody who's had a birthday in the last week.
Well, we're used to singing happy birthday.
Yay! This is nothing new for you. No.
Okay.
So who's had a birthday in the last week?
We get to tell everybody out there.
I don't know anybody that had a birthday in the last week.
What we say is,
Offers too.
anybody who's had a birthday last week. Okay. However you want to frame that.
Okay, and we get to do this?
And you get to do that.
At the end?
Yeah.
At the end.
Are we at the end?
Yes. At the end. Happy birthday to you.
So you didn't mention we had to do this.
I didn't get a
I didn't know.
I
I
got
was
party
an
price,
innocent-
not enough for me.
I had a
Is everybody ready? You can- All right. Everybody bought their party poppers
Right
ready?
here,
Yes.
right here.
All right. On the count of three, everybody. Okay. 1, 2. Not yet. At the end. You know, at the end.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Okay. Everybody ready?
We're ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Anybody who's had a birthday? Happy birthday to you. Woo! Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, everybody.